welcome back to my channel, Vibing with Tuti. As you guys can see, based on the title of this video, I will be talking about my C-section today. First things first though, give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Do not continue watching this video if you're not subscribed yet. Thank you. Anyway, let's jump right into this video. I don't know how to start. I've been thinking about it for so long. I've wanted to do this for a minute now. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know I've been trying to do this for a long time. I just don't know where to begin with it. It was an unexpected, unplanned C-section. So I'll just start from the beginning. I was already 40 weeks and 4 days. Well, I'll say 2 to 3 days. No, 4 days. 4 days, because that's when they officially did the C-section. Because obviously a C-section, if you guys didn't know, it gets done like really quickly. It's not like labor. Like labor can take forever. A C-section is pretty much like scheduled. But again, in my case, it was unplanned. So how it started was, I was already 40 weeks. I was over my pregnancy. I did not expect to go 40 weeks. Everybody who was pregnant with me at the same time, for the most part, they were a first-time mom as well, and they had already had their babies. And I was just like, wow, like I didn't expect that. Like I didn't expect to like go 40 weeks, let alone past it, you know. So the last appointment I had with my OB, I told her, like, you know, like, what's up, like, when can I get induced? And she was like, oh, at 40 weeks or something like that. And I was, I think, 38, 39 weeks. So I was like, let's schedule it. Like, I was desperate. Long story short, fast forward, closer to my due date. My due date was April 8th, by the way. I started, like, just doing things. Like, you know what, hopefully this will help. And I feel like it did. I'll tell you why. I went for a walk for, I forgot what it was. But we went for like a long walk. It was like this activity thing for kids. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Probably Easter. Yeah, I think Easter. Then I went to the mall the next day. Like I was just trying to do mad walking. So it worked because that Sunday, I believe, I was at Walmart, and when I wiped at the bathroom, went to the bathroom, when I wiped, I saw that I had like, I don't want to get crazy with it, but basically like my mucus plug. If you guys don't know what that looks like, Google it, because I don't want to get crazy. But I saw my mucus plug and I was like, wait, is this my mucus plug? I kind of panicked because we still hadn't left yet, and I don't know how that works. I didn't know how that works. I was just like, my mucus plug came out, like things are gonna escalate. I don't know what to do. So I came home. Wasn't the same when I got home. So I was like, you know what, let me shower, let me wash my hair, let me blow dry my hair, like let me get ready for this if this is what's happening. Long story short, I found out that your mucus plug can take days and weeks like coming out. It doesn't just mean like, oh yeah, it came out and then your water's gonna break and this, that. No, that's what I thought. I thought that after your mucus plug, your water breaks and then everything just happens. So when I found that out, I was like, because, you know, I obviously just wanted to give birth already. So knowing that when your mucus plug comes out, it could take so long, it was like, damn, like I thought I was there, you know, because that's what I wanted. I wanted to like give birth on my own. So my mucus plug coming out was like, yay. But then not so yay when I found that out. So come Monday, it was still coming out. So I was like, let's go to the hospital. Let's go for a walk and then let's go to the hospital. So I told them, they're like, yeah, you're there, like, you know, but you're there, but you're not there, you know. They were like, we can induce you though, you know, you're already 40 weeks. Because that Sunday I made the 40 weeks, that was April 4th. So I go to the hospital, whatever, they tell me, yeah, you're there, but you're not there. You know, like your mucus plug's coming out, so things are happening, but you're not there. You can get induced since you're already 40 weeks. So I'm like, no, I'm panicking, like, just doing the most. They're like, yeah, you know, just go home and wait it out. You know, we can schedule you for C-section. We can schedule you to get induced. I was already scheduled, by the way. I was already scheduled to get induced April 11th. So I was due April 4th, and the next Sunday would have been April 11th. So I was gonna get induced that day. So she was like, we could just try to push it up. This way you got those 2 to 3 days to like let it happen on its own, and if it doesn't, then we'll just induce you. So I'm like, all right, let's do that. I'm hoping by then it'll speed up. Then comes Tuesday, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the contractions are getting real. So I'm like, what's up? Like, what we gonna do? What happens after that? So I go back to the hospital. Second time I go back to the hospital, I'm like, look, this is happening, blah blah. I'm panicking so much because I feel like the pain is like a lot. You know, this is what I'm thinking. But they're like, no, trust me, this is nothing compared to what it really is. And I'm like, this feels crazy though. Same thing again, you get induced, and I'm like, oh, so finally I'm like, you know, like F this, like I'm gonna get induced. They took mad long to come, like with the IV and everything. So when they finally came with the IV, I was like, nah, like I'm going home, because I was sitting in there for so long that the contraction stopped. So I was like, y'all want to go home? So whatever, they checked me, and I believe I wasn't open. And then I had spoke to someone for a long time, and she was so nice, so she was everything. We spoke. I think I had an appointment that same day with my OB, so I was like, hey, should I go see my OB? One said yes, one said no. And then finally that really nice woman was like, you know what, go, and she can stretch you, like have her open you. So I'm like, all right. I was scared as shit because if anyone knows, like being pregnant, they're constantly putting their hands up there and that hurts. Like, okay, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get induced, whatever. She puts me in a room. I'm waiting in the room. So that's it. I'm officially getting induced. I didn't want that to happen because I heard horror stories. I didn't want to epidural. I wanted to wait till the last minute. Like, more of the story is, do not have a birth plan. Don't plan. Once you're pregnant, that's it. No more planning. Whatever happens, happens. Labor happens. You cannot plan that. Having a kid, you can't plan. You just got to go with the flow. More of the story is, don't plan nothing. Don't plan nothing. Didn't want that. Get in the room. She tells me she's going to give me the epidural. I'm like, really? Like, you could get the epidural so soon? She was like, yeah, girl. Like, once I was 2 centimeters, I got my epidural, or 1 centimeter, she told me. She's like, I got my epidural. I was like, oh, perfect. Like, I won't feel anything. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm thankful for it, because I would say, like, it went smooth. But I do feel like that was the reason why. I'll tell y'all. When I get there, I'll tell y'all. So, I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. So, I got the epidural. Then I got induced. Then they broke my water. Shit was long and exhausting. Then, we're now in Wednesday, right? We're now in Wednesday. We're swearing that the baby's gonna come. What happens after that? Nothing was happening. Like, I was open 2 centimeters for mad long. I don't remember if I ever went up to 3 or 5, or when I went up to 5. I don't remember none of that, because I was not opening at all. Like, I was just there. Like, I was literally just in the hospital with pain forever. And it wasn't really pain because I had that epidural, and to be honest, I don't know, everybody apparently doesn't get this, but I had a button that if I felt like it was wearing up, I could push the button and they'll give me more. Or I could just push the button every 15 minutes, I believe. It was super dope, I'm not gonna lie, because I barely felt anything. But when you're in contractions, it's really hard to sleep. And again, the epidural helped, but it's just a lot. Like, if you ever gave birth, if you're a mom, it's just a lot. Everything about it is a lot. So that happens. Fast forward, I'm not opening. They keep checking me, I'm not opening, and I think it's now mad late Wednesday, and they're like, girl, nothing's happening. Like, we're gonna have to, you should consider a C-section, blah blah blah. Like, there's not that much. Like, how much longer are we gonna give you like the epidural for? Like, you know, like, we can't have it on for that long. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, a C-section, I want to breastfeed. Like, how am I gonna breastfeed with a C-section? Like, everything just sounds like too much. It was just so devastating. Like, you know, what's that from, like, doing everything happening that you didn't want to happen. It was just like so sad, like such a sad experience. So whatever, they did something, I forgot what it's called, but we did something there to like help me open up. And I did open up to 9, but I told her, if I open up to 9, can we still just do the C-section and take me out of my misery? Like, what if I push and do all this BS and it still doesn't come out? Like, things go left and nothing happens. She's like, no, like, just being super nice and positive. Like, no, be positive. Like, we're gonna get him out, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, yeah. I actually ended up falling asleep. And when I woke up, they're like, yeah, you're 9 centimeters, blah. And I was just so tired and out of it that I was just like, yay, like, whatever. So we start everything up. I'm there. I get a fever. I'm 9 centimeters and I get a fever. Whole time the baby's great. There's nothing. They told me nothing was wrong with the baby. No blood pressure, no this, no that. They were like, yo, he is doing so good in there. Like, he just didn't want to come out. That's pushing. We got to the point where I'm able to push. I'm open, whatever. Start pushing. I'm pushing for about 2 hours. Doctor comes in. He's like, nah, we're going to do a C-section. Mind you, I just told y'all, like, I told her that. I told her, how about we just don't do anything and we just do the C-section? Because what if things go left? So, back to what I was saying. I feel like maybe the epidural could have been the reason why. Could have been the reason why it took so long for me to open up. Because with the epidural, you don't feel the... I don't know. Someone said something along those lines. Like, the epidural could have been the reason why I wasn't open. Like, things weren't happening. I don't know how that works, but it made sense to me at the time. So I would say keep that in mind. Whatever, I had the C-section. It was super fast. So just to talk about my C-section experience now. It went super fast, and a part of me did feel like I was robbed of my the whole labor experience, because the C-section is nothing. Like, you don't go through that. Like, I see people taking photos in their room with their baby, and it's so cute and intimate, and I'm just like, I don't have that. But then I was like thinking, and I'm like, wait, I do have that. Like, they did take pictures of us, but I don't know, I just felt like that. But then another part of me is just like, you know, it wasn't bad, because it really wasn't. Like, it was super fast. You just feel pressure. You don't feel anything. They numb you from the waist down. You don't feel anything. You just feel a little bit of pressure. But you got to think about it. What's pressure to you when you've been carrying a baby, you know, like housing a baby for so long? You start to feel pressure towards the end of your pregnancy anyway. So what's that pressure to you? Nothing. Now the recovery process was a little different. Yes, I recovered fast, but at that moment it is a lot. Thinking back on it now, piece of cake. But at that moment it was a lot, because I was on the bed for so long. Getting up to walk was crazy. I felt like I didn't pee for a long time, because I was used to the, probably saying it wrong, the catheter, whatever, to help you pee, the tube that they put inside you to help you pee. So when they took it out, I wasn't sure if I was maybe peeing on myself or not, because I was just like, I haven't went to the bathroom in like 2-3 days already, so I don't know. Like, I was relying on that and the walking. But thankfully, I gave birth at New York Presbyterian, and I love that hospital. I love them, honestly. They were amazing. Like, when I mean amazing, I would always get super emotional talking about it. Even now thinking about it, it was beautiful. Like, it really is the best hospital to me. I feel like everything was freaking beautiful. I remember when I gave birth, like when they finished the C-section and they were like wrapping everything up to take me to recovery, I was saying thank you to everybody. They must have thought I was retarded. I was like, thank you, thank you. I didn't stop saying thank you. I was like, thank you. Oh my God. Like, like, it was so long. It felt like such a relief. Like, oh my gosh, my baby's here. Like, hearing him cry and seeing him, and it was just crazy. But let me just try to stick to the C-section, because I know that's what you guys want to hear. If there's anything I missed out, just leave a comment down below and I can answer that, I guess, because it's so much. But recovery was pretty basic. In New York Presbyterian, then literally I gave birth at 12:08, I believe, and that's it. Like, right in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning, like, we were walking, and I was standing up, I was sitting down. They put me in a faja right away, and people were like, what, a faja? I'm like, yes. They put me in a faja right away. It wasn't tight, just like a little belly wrap, with a little bit of pressure. At first it didn't close. They just put the top on, like, just to let everything go down, like all my liquids and stuff. I felt like my stomach went down right away because of that. It was good, honestly. It was really good. Obviously it was uncomfortable and stuff. I couldn't carry the baby while I was standing up. It felt like a lot. It was a lot of pressure down there. Getting on and off the bed. I remember there was one night that I peed on myself, TMI, but I couldn't get up to go to the bathroom quick enough, and sometimes it would hurt down there if I didn't go pee fast enough. Sometimes in my room, like once I got home, it was uncomfortable getting up. But overall, anybody who's going to go through with a C-section, or is considering it, or has been told that they might need it, whatever the case may be, don't panic. It wasn't that bad. We got this. I feel like us as women can handle anything. And again, now looking back on it, it was just like whatever, piece of cake. Not saying that I wouldn't be scared to do it again, depending on how soon I have another baby, or if I have another baby, because, you know, like, pain is pain at the end of the day, whether we can handle it or not. Like, once it's over, yeah, you just take it like a G, like, ah, whatever, it was okay. But at that moment, you know, it's a different ball game. It's like, oh fuck, I have to go through that again, you know. So yeah, and it was pretty cool, because a lot of people were just like encouraging it, like, hey, I got a C-section too. I had so many people reach out to me saying, hey, I got a C-section too. Or people asking me like, hey, how was the C-section? Like, so much love and support with my C-section. Hey, I might have to get a C-section, like, what's up, how was it? And even afterwards, they said the same thing like me, like, you know, like, it's okay, I'm okay. So I was like, that's good to know. And then even the doctors, like, girl, if you want another kid, like, you just have to schedule a C-section now, because once you do a C-section, like, you can just do another one. But they do have something called VBAC, if you guys didn't know. I don't know how that works. Obviously, I'm not there, but I've heard of it, which is something like, if you have a C-section, you can possibly have a natural birth after for your second child. But overall, that was my C-section story. If you have me on Instagram, I'm gonna try to do a highlight on it. So when I post this, yeah, I'm gonna try to do a highlighter on it on Instagram if anybody has me on Instagram. And I'll leave my Instagram here. So, but yeah, any questions more in depth, maybe something I left out, I just try to keep it short and simple, even though this video is looking pretty lengthy. Comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, and if you're new to this channel, again, make sure to subscribe. Y'all should not be exiting this video if y'all didn't subscribe yet.